Back in 2010, Shanghai hosted the largest world expo in history, welcoming over 73 million visitors in just 6 months. What used to be a global showcase of futuristic cities is now a cultural hotspot, including the Mercedes-Benz Arena just behind me, the China Art Museum out there in the distance, and a state-of-the-art shopping and dining area. Welcome to the Shanghai Expo Site. I am currently on the east side of the Huangpu River. The river runs straight through the middle of Shanghai, and the right side is Pudong. And way out there in the distance is the Shanghai skyline, and that is the third tallest building in the entire world. That is the Shanghai Tower. The air quality is something that I've been asked about a lot, and it's very, very bad today. Luckily, it doesn't affect me. I can't feel it, but we've had a lot of warnings that the air quality is bad today, so that is why it's kind of misty over there, but the sun is shining. I definitely don't need this big jacket today because it is hot. It is the first time since I've been back in Shanghai that it's been over 60 degrees. Let's take a closer look at the Huangpu River. Here's a very popular running route right along the river, and if you follow the river, it's going to take you right to downtown, right to where the skyline is. The river is absolutely filthy. It is very, very dirty. There you go. A quick disclaimer as we walk around the Shanghai Expo site. We are in the middle of a national holiday. It is currently Chinese New Year here in China. I don't think we're going to see many people today because the city is pretty empty. So many people have left Shanghai, gone back to their hometowns to celebrate the holidays with their families. It is the year of the horse. So let me teach you some Mandarin Chinese. This says, 马上有钱. Ma, it means horse. This basically means hope you get rich, or you want to get rich or something. Year of the horse. Actually, before we see all the stuff over there, let me show you the Expo Park just over here. So this one says 马上有喜, which means I hope the new year brings you joy. Here are the rules of the Huangpu River. No swimming, no crossing, no fishing, and no climbing. You got it? See so many runners on this track here. I did run here the other day, and I ran this morning at 5 a.m. If you didn't know, I have a second YouTube channel. It is called Run with Ben. I'll put the link in the description if you are interested in that, because I'm currently in the process of running 2,026 miles in 2026. I'm approaching 300 miles. If you're interested, the link is below. Very, very peaceful right now. People are enjoying the sunshine because the winter has been pretty cold in the last few weeks. We did have some snow, but it's beautiful today. 如果你的第一次看我的视频，你可以关注我，谢谢。我不是游客，我住在中国上海，我在工作，我是小学的老师。If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, I'm not a tourist here in China. I'm living here in Shanghai and working as a primary school teacher. I've been here just over 1 month and everything has been great so far. I've already filmed a few videos. If you're interested, go back and watch those because it's a very, very, very interesting place. And I guarantee it is not like where you live. It is nothing like where you live. It's not like where I live. It's a very, very, very different place. It feels like a different world, to be honest, but I've been having fun filming these videos and so many people are curious and interested to see more of China, and I hope that you are as well. So hit subscribe and see China with me. One of my favorite things to do here in China is see the funny translations that you see on the signs, and I just saw one here. This is me being an English teacher, and I always notice these kinds of things. Check this out. So the first one, no crossing, caution. That's okay, that's okay. The second one, the park is home, clean on all. The park is home, clean on all. Why would they not check the translation before they print these signs out? I have no idea. I don't know why. So this park literally goes on for miles and miles and miles. I did a 12-mile run along the river yesterday, and it was all like this. It was all absolutely beautiful until you get to the downtown area where the towers are over there. But if you go that way, it's literally just parks the whole way. So you can go 10 miles and you're still going to be in beautiful, peaceful parks like this. Parks are a very, very different place in the summer though, because so many people, kids and older people, they like to go to the park. They like to play in the park, of course, when the weather is nice. This is going to sound extremely strange, but at completely random times, I get this light bulb moment where something just ticks in my head and I realize I am in China. It's an extremely strange feeling. It's something that I just can't describe. I'm so fortunate, I'm so lucky. I've worked hard to get here, but I'm extremely lucky that I get to live here and I get to experience a culture completely different from my own. Because growing up in England and living in China is a completely different experience. There's not many similarities. Even in big cities, there's not many similarities between London and Shanghai, to be honest. And I just can't believe it. Like, I look around and I see people living their lives and they've lived here their whole life. They grew up here, they're born here. And I just live here for a small portion of my life, and I'm so grateful for it. This is going to sound so strange. This is not going to make sense to anybody if they haven't lived in a different country and a different culture, different language, different food, different everything. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy, and I'm so glad that I can share it with you. Like I said, I've had so many people that are so excited to see China for the first time in my videos, and it makes me really happy. I don't care what your opinion is on China, to be honest. I really don't care. I'm not trying to change your opinion. I'm just showing you what real life is like. I'm showing you what my life is like. I'm always honest about everything, and I'm happy that there's people out there that are seeing it for the first time and seeing the truth for the first time. And like I said, you can think whatever you want to think. I'm not trying to change your mind, but I hope that you find this interesting. We are going to be heading over to the Mercedes-Benz Arena and that area over there because it is incredible. But this was Shanghai Expo Park, extremely peaceful, and I cannot wait for the weather to be like this every single day because the winter is not over. We are gonna have a few more weeks of colder weather, and then when the spring hits, the weather should be like this, and I can't wait. So Shanghai does have two extremes. It will get very, very, very hot in the summer, over 100 degrees, and it will be very, 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 very cold in the winter. And like I said, we did have some snow a few weeks ago, but I can't wait for the weather to get better just because life is so much better when the sun is shining. I'm in such a good mood today. I woke up in such a good mood. I woke up at 5 a.m. I ran 10 miles and I got out here and I'm filming this video. Like, life is good. Life is good. I'm very, very happy, and I'm very happy that I can share it with you. So hit subscribe if this is the first time you're seeing my videos. Hit the like and write me a comment. I reply to every single comment on all of my videos, and I appreciate it very, very, very much. So let's go check out this area over here. Very, very interesting area. We have some more horses over here. They are everywhere around Shanghai. I hope everybody has an incredible new year. So that is the Mercedes-Benz Arena. Some famous people that have performed there. Taylor Swift has performed here, the Rolling Stones, and of course many, many Chinese superstars. I just looked up the capacity, 18,000, which is actually surprising because it is massive. I thought it was a lot bigger than that inside. I'd never been inside before. I'd love to watch a concert here. It's not that far away from my home. My home is literally just over there. So the Mercedes-Benz Arena, it is massive. So right next to the Mercedes-Benz Arena is the River Mall. Wait until you see this place. It is absolutely massive. It is huge. I walked through here the other day and I was extremely surprised at what I saw, but I can give you a quick glimpse. And then on the other side is one of the most impressive buildings I've ever seen. So wait for that. But I'm going to show you the River Mall. This is something that I think is going to surprise a lot of people because every single shopping mall that I've ever been to in China and in Shanghai is so impressive. They're always massive. They always have interesting things inside. They're always so clean. There's always so many things on offer. And this is one of the biggest ones I've ever been to in my life. So this is the River Mall. I've talked about them many, many times. Here are those blue and yellow shared bikes, and look at this place. There are 5 different units, jam-packed with stores and restaurants, literally anything you want. We can go underground, we can go on the roof. There's something very interesting on the roof, so we're going to start at the bottom, we're going to make our way up. We're not going to see everything because, like I said, there are 5 different units and there's a lot going on. There's a hot pot restaurant. I can teach you Mandarin again. Hot pot, huo guo. Hot pot, huo guo. It's very, very close to the English. Like I said, I really don't know what people expect China. I don't know what they think China looks like. So maybe you didn't think that they have huge shopping malls like this. So maybe you're seeing this for the first time and it surprised you. I hope it has surprised you because, like I said, I don't know what people think China looks like. But these are absolutely everywhere. These huge shopping malls. Of course, this is a unique one because it was built especially for the Shanghai Expo 2010. And here we go. Welcome to the River Mall. Honestly, don't know how busy it's going to be today. Like I said, many people have already left the city. So let's see what the crowds are like. But you might be surprised they have so many stores here that you have in America, in the UK, in Australia. But of course, there's going to be so many things that you've never seen before. And I'm happy that I can show you. Look at all these arcade games. They got a whole arcade over here. It reminds me of Japan. I need to go back to Tokyo. I love Tokyo. It's such a unique design. Kind of looks like an umbrella or a mushroom or something. You can see that Dairy Queen is coming soon. There's many Dairy Queens around Shanghai. Always so impressed by shopping malls in China. Like I said, they're always going to have something that you've never seen before. It's always going to be quite the experience. So living in China is completely up to you if you decide to learn Chinese or not. It is your fault if you don't speak Chinese in China. It is not these people's fault if they don't speak English. It's your fault. So I can show you some of the Mandarin here. It can be pretty frustrating when you don't understand what's going on. But look at the Mandarin. There is not a single word in English. It does get frustrating, but like I said, it's completely my fault that I don't understand this. And it's your fault if you decide to not learn Mandarin. If you're going to live here, of course, if you're going to visit, you don't need to speak Mandarin. But I know people foreigners that have lived in China for 10 years and they can't speak a word of Mandarin. I never understood it. Over here, I can show you a menu for a Chinese restaurant. So 7 yuan is about $1 US. So the food is pretty affordable. You can get a delicious dinner or a lunch for maybe $2, $3, $4, $5. Anta is a Chinese clothes and shoes brand. It's sports. And then some of the brands, they're not going to have the English name. So I don't know what that says, but a lot of them will have an English name. New Balance on the left there. So you're going to see so many brands that you have. Columbia on the right. There's a Levi's jeans. So there's going to be many things that you're familiar with. But like I said, a lot of things that you've never seen before. As you can see, completely spotless, very clean. Every single shopping mall looks like this. They take care of it very well, which it should be, right? No shopping mall, no street ever should be dirty in any country in the world. But they take extra care here, which is great. Chubby cheeks. Peng du du. So I've said this in so many videos and I'm going to keep saying it because it's such a fascinating fact. Which city in the world has the most coffee shops? It is not London, it is not Rome, it is here in Shanghai, China. There's almost 10,000 different coffee shops. Manna Coffee, it's a very popular brand here, but there are over almost 10,000 coffee shops in Shanghai. I love this store. Hot Max, it has absolutely everything and they have such a good playlist. The music they play in there is so cool, but it's so cheap. Look at that place. I think that's Japanese. Very nice. Okay, say it with me. Adidas. Adidas. Not too many people shopping today. Just for context, it is Friday. It is about 11 a.m. So of course, many people are at work. But many people, the holiday has started already, which is great. It's an interesting time to visit Shanghai. I guess if you want to come here with less people, then come during February, but many things are not going to be open. So you're not going to get the full experience, but you're going to have way less crowds. So these spices, I don't know what they are, but something there that I really don't like. The smell is so strong. I can't tell you what any of those are. There's like nuts and seeds and spices and stuff. See those chickens hanging? Look at the chickens. I'm not going to show you everything in this river mall because it is huge. We are literally just on the first floor. There are 5 floors, I think, just full of stuff. So we're not going to see everything today. We're going to see the bottom floor, then I'm going to show you what's on the roof. I feel like I'm in a rainforest. So that place over there, Paris Baguette. Which country do you think Paris Baguette is from? It is Korean. It is not French. It's a bakery. Here is where you can buy your New Year's decorations covered in horses. So I just want to say again, if you look at this and think, wow, this is a special mall, no. This is literally a standard shopping mall in China. There's nothing special about this. They all look like this. They're all massive. They're all very, very modern. So I don't know what you thought China looked like. Maybe you didn't know that they had shopping malls like this, but they do. Many people have asked me, which camera do I use to film my videos? I use a DJI camera. I have a DJI Action 3, and DJI is actually a Chinese brand. Across the way there is Huawei, which again is a Chinese brand, is phones. They also make cars. So on the left you have the Huawei phones, and on the right you have the Huawei cars. I'm not sure if there's any other brands that make phones and cars. I don't know, but Huawei does. Remember, all of this was built for the Shanghai Expo in 2010, and of course it's still utilized today. It is usually a very, very popular shopping area. I assume in the evenings and the weekends it's going to be very busy, people getting dinners and going shopping. But today, not too many people. I have just noticed something that makes me feel at home. Check this out. What? What? They're crane machines. That is so funny. Telephone box. Here is a ring toss. It is $4 for 15 rings. They have guns here, shoot the balloons, win a prize. Let me quickly talk about these things again. So I can scan this QR code and then this is going to pop out. It is a portable charger for your phone. It's going to be about $1 and you can completely charge your phone, and then you just put it back in and that's it. Nobody steals them, nobody vandalizes them. So these are very, very convenient here in China. They're all over the city, all over the country, I should say. Here's a very popular tea brand, Cha Ji. In a Mandarin, cha, it means tea, cha. And then coffee is cafe. Not sure what that place is. It's just full of toys. Huge toy shop. And Pikachu. I'm taking a quick look in that toy store. Check this out. Look at this. That is 20 different cars. 20 cars in one pack. This costs 99 yuan, which is about $14. This place is just heaven for any kid. It has absolutely anything you'd ever want. This made me laugh. So this is a basketball, but it's a squishy one. It's a foam one, and it says ball without a sound. Yep, no sound in that ball. Seriously, what are these translations? What is that supposed to mean? Ban into the Shema Isa. What do you mean? So there is a Uniqlo if you want to get some good quality, affordable clothes in China, and Decathlon. I like Decathlon, they have some good stuff. And just outside these doors is something very, very interesting. Okay, before I show you this, just remember, we are in a shopping mall. We're in a shopping mall, and look, they're playing badminton. They are playing badminton in the shopping mall. What is going on? So one side we have badminton, we have this huge TV, and then basketball. Basketball courts in a shopping mall. This is China. This is China. It's crazy. Here is Oppo. It's a Chinese phone brand, and there is Samsung. I'm sure you're familiar with that, but I can teach you some funny Chinese. So cell phone is 手机. 手机, 手 is hand and 机 is machine. So the translation of cell phone is literally hand machine. I do know what this is. This is Tom's World. It's an arcade, and I'm pretty sure I'm still a member of Tom's World. So check this out. I just went upstairs, up the escalator, and here's where the street is. So everything that we just saw was underground. Here is something I've only ever seen in China. So in each box is a car, and it costs 15 yuan, which is about $2. And for 10 minutes, you can ride this car where the kids can ride the car, and then you just bring it back whenever you're done after 10 minutes. Incredible, huh? Over here they have a scale electrics. You can race the cars and fish. Yep, the kids can go fishing. I'm heading right to the top on the roof. I haven't even showed you the best thing about this area, about the Shanghai Expo site. It's just over here and it is beautiful, but this is what the roof looks like. There is not much going on here. I assume in the summer there's a lot more stuff. So, if you're a regular viewer of my videos, you know that I hate talking about politics. I try and avoid it at all costs. I get so many questions because I live in China about politics. Can I talk about this? No, I'm not going to talk about politics. All I talk about is what I see when I walk around. And look at this place. Number one, there is no homeless people here. Two, there is no trash. I haven't seen any trash. And when I hear people say that it's not possible to have a clean city when there's so many people living there, it's not true. It is simply not true because it's happening here. It is happening. Like, look around. We are in a major city. We're in one of the most populated cities in the entire world. All I see are clean streets. I haven't seen a single homeless person. I don't like saying it. I don't like talking about it because it always provokes somebody in it. There's always somebody that argues it, but there's literally no argument. Like, I'm sick of hearing it's not possible because of this. It is possible because it's happening, okay? It is happening here. And that's all I'm going to talk about politics. It's not even politics. It's just an observation, but I'm just telling you it's happening and it's here. I see it every single day. Anyway, back to the fun stuff. They have a sand pit there. They have a kids playground. Very, very nice. They do have some restaurants up here, but looks like they're closed. So I'm not sure if they're closed indefinitely or it's because of the holiday. I'm not too sure. But you can see the design of the roof here. It looks like a big umbrella. Very, very cool. I'm sure it was groundbreaking when they built it in 2010. Just remember, in 2010, between May, I think it said May and October, 73 million people came here. And now there's no one. 73 million. It's incredible. Amazing. It is a very beautiful place. The site is incredible. So everything is included in the Expo site. So the Mercedes-Benz Arena, right down to the river just over there, and of course this massive shopping area, and that thing there. We're going to take a closer look, but that is an incredible building. This place is called Poo Poo Whale, and it says baby swim. Yes, there is a swimming pool in there, and that is where they teach babies to swim. I've seen it in a few other malls, and they put like a rubber ring, I'm not sure if it's a rubber ring, but like around the baby's neck, so the baby's literally like this, and it's just kicking his little feet. But yeah, they teach babies to swim in there. It is so quiet up here. I'll definitely have to come back in the spring or the summertime just to see if it does get busier. But if we go around here, I think we're going to get an incredible view of the China Art Museum. Again, it was built for the Shanghai World Expo. Look at that. Isn't that just such a cool building? Looks like they put it on upside down. Look at that. Completely free to go inside, by the way. It's an extremely, extremely cool place to visit, the China Art Museum. And at nighttime, it's completely lit up. It looks beautiful. So in 2010, for the World Expo, this was the China Pavilion. I assume they had like exhibitions or something in there, but right now, today, 2026, it is the China Art Museum. I'm heading out right now, but by the way, there are still 2 whole floors that I didn't even explore in this video. So there's so much more going on here that I couldn't even show you. Look at these pirate ships. I'm telling you, visiting a Chinese shopping mall is quite the experience. You never know what you're gonna see. I can show you the streets just a little bit. We can see lanterns everywhere, getting ready to celebrate the Chinese New Year. It is a beautiful day today. I'm so surprised. That is the end of this video. I sincerely hope that you had fun watching this video. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you're interested to see more of China. I'm living here. I moved in, so there are so many videos coming up. Hit subscribe if you want to explore Shanghai and explore China with me, because I'm so excited to film more videos and to show you what real life looks like in China. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. 再见. So I just ended this video, but I have to show you something that is so common here, which it would never happen in so many countries around the world. Look at all these packages. Nobody's guarding them. Nobody's gonna steal them. They're ready to go out for delivery. The delivery driver's gonna come and pick them up. But look, it's a different world, I tell you, it's a different world.